Zombie apocalypse.
What's up guys, it's Patriots Man here and I am back with another video. Today guys, we have a very cool wheel challenge for our team. We are going to build our team by spinning a wheel of a certain division. It's going to have all 8 divisions of the NFL on it. We're going to go position by position, and based on what division we land on, we can only choose a player from that division. So for example, right here, we have Jalen Hurts, but right now on my bench, I don't have very many quarterbacks to use. Now the rule is going to be, if I do not have a player on my bench that matches that division, we have to go with the lowest overall player, which is most likely going to be the starter player. So right now, say I landed on AFC East, I have to go with the Jalen Hurts because I don't have an AFC East quarterback currently on my team. It's only going to matter what logo is on their card. So Geno Smith, sure, he played for the Jets in the past. So if I land on AFC East, he did play for an AFC East team, but right now he is a Seahawk, which means that Geno Smith will not work for that wheel spin. So without further ado, let's get started with quarterback. Our first wheel spin is now underway. We're hoping for the NFC South or for the NFC West to upgrade this Jalen Hurts. What are we going to land on? It's going to be the NFC South, which means we did get lucky. Andy Dalton here is going to be our upgrade for our team. So that is pretty awesome. A 2 in 8 chance basically in terms of the divisions to actually get an upgrade here. Now let's move on to our halfback. Our wheel spin is now underway. Let's see what we get. Tons of halfbacks here. Actually a lot of Bills, honestly. So let's see what we land on. It's going to be the AFC West. Okay, so the AFC West is going to help us a ton because we do have the Austin Eckler from the Chargers here, the brand new S7 Showstoppers card for our team. So that's actually pretty awesome that we land on AFC West because he is the best halfback currently on our bench. So that really could help us in gameplay because the halfback is one of the most important spots on the entire team. Now let's check out our flex and see what we can get here. Now it's time to see what our fullback is going to be. Let's spin the wheel right now. Let's see what we get. Hopefully we get something good here to try to upgrade our team in terms of the wheel, and we'll see how it all goes. We're going to land on the AFC North. Do we have any AFC North players? We have the Bears, we have the Saints, we have the Lions, and I don't think we have any AFC North teams here in terms of our backfield. We do not. So that means we're going to have to stick with this Reggie Gilliam at fullback here, or Rex Burkhead, but we'll go with Reggie Gilliam because Reggie Gilliam is already the one on the team. Now it's time to see what our tight end is going to be. Let's spin the wheel right now and see which tight end we're going to land on, or at least which division, to see what tight end we could get. Hopefully it's AFC East, so we could get Gronk. It's not going to be AFC East. It is going to be AFC North. And from the looks of it, we do not have an AFC North player right now. We actually do have Hayden Hurst, so Hayden Hurst will be our tight end now. A slight upgrade over our starter player. That's good, we got a tight end. Now let's spin the wheel for our wide receiver and see what we can get in terms of division to hopefully upgrade over our starter wide receivers. They could block for Austin Eckler. Is it going to be AFC East? It is going to be AFC East. We do have Garrett Wilson, so there we go. That's the best possible thing right there in terms of divisions. The AFC East yields us a Jets wide receiver, so right now we are looking really good with our team. We are looking really good after spinning the wheel. Let's move on to our wide receiver number 2 and spin it here to hopefully get lucky once again. Now we can't get AFC East because we already used Garrett Wilson, and you can't have him more than once. We have NFC South, and look at that. We get so lucky once again. Mike Evans, the Bucks, I swear it's working out perfectly right now, and this is not a joke. I'm actually getting very, very lucky with these cards. That's awesome. Garrett Wilson and Mike Evans for the squad. Way better than I could possibly imagine this going. Now time for our flex. We have some options here. Hopefully we do get a good spin. Let's see how it all goes. We're spinning here and getting down to the very end. It looks like it's going to be the AFC East. And we do have Rob Gronkowski. Look at that. He is going to be in our flex. Now when it comes down to it, I cannot switch around my players. That is a rule because for our tight end spot, we only got AFC North. And this Gronk is not AFC North, so he cannot go in our tight end spot, but he can go in our flex spot. So that's how we're going to keep it right there. Now for offensive tackle, let's spin the wheel. Let's see what we get. We have a few options here, as you guys see there at the bottom of the screen. All the players that could be on our team if we land on their division. Is it going to be NFC West? It's going to be AFC West. We have Eagles, we have Rams, we have Cardinals, we have Texans, and we do have Andrew Wiley from the AFC West. So a good upgrade right there for the Chiefs. An uncommon player, but still, it is an upgrade. Let's move on to our left guard right here. Spin the wheel and see what we land on. We have Robert Hunt, Zach Martin, Damian Lewis, Aaron Banks, and Isaac Samalo as possibilities here. NFC South or AFC South. It's going to be the NFC South. And it looks like we don't have any NFC South teams here for our left guards. We're going to leave it as B. Ben Powers is our starting left guard for our team. Now we got center. Only 3 possible players on the bottom. Let's spin the wheel here. See what we can land on in terms of our center. We have an Ethan Pochik. We have a Ryan Jensen and a Jake Brendel. It's going to land on the NFC East. And with that being said, once again, we don't have an NFC East offensive lineman for our center. So we have to move on to our right guard, not upgrading once again. Let's spin the wheel. Hopefully we land on something good here. Robert Hunt, Zach Martin, Damian Lewis, Aaron Banks, and Isaac Samalo are possible upgrades. We land on the NFC East once again, 3 times in a row. And once again, I do not have an NFC East player. So let's go over to our right tackle and hopefully get something good here. Let's spin the wheel and hopefully we do finally get an upgrade at our other offensive tackle spot here. Our guards and our center are both starter players because we couldn't get anything good. And once again, wow, NFC East strikes once again. Do we have one? I don't believe that we do. That's going to stink for sure. So our offense is complete. We have Andy Dalton, Austin Eckler, Reggie Gilliam, Hayden Hurst, Rob Gronkowski at the flex, Garrett Wilson, and Mike Evans. Our receiving core is absolutely insane. We had some great luck with that. But for our O-line, it was absolutely terrible besides our left tackle. So let's move on to our defense, and we're going to do the same exact thing. Starting with our left end, let's spin the wheel. Hopefully we get a good upgrade here. I'm going to make the wheel spins a little bit quicker. We are going to get NFC North, maybe. Is it going to be NFC North? It is going to be AFC North. As we scroll on down here, I don't believe we have any AFC North players. 49ers, Cowboys, yeah, so none of those. We're not going to have a left end here. So now move on to our defensive tackle, which will replace this Angelo Blackson if we can get a player that's going to work on our bench. Let's spin the wheel. Hopefully, we get something good here. We've had a lot of ones here where we can't upgrade as of late in terms of our D-line or O-line. We're going to land on the AFC East, and we do have Quinnen Williams. That's going to be awesome. The best possible upgrade. And finally, we get an upgrade for our team. Now for defensive tackle number 2. Let's spin the wheel. Hopefully we got something good here. Calais Campbell would be nice. Even any of the uncommons are still an upgrade. We got NFC East. From the looks of it, I have no NFC East players for the D tackle spot. So let's now go over to our other defensive end, our right end, spin the wheel, and see what we can land on here. Hopefully it is something good. It's going to be what it looks like, the AFC South. And it is going to be the AFC South. So we have Cowboys, 49ers, we have the Panthers. We do have this rare Texans D end right here, so we're going to use him. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name, but we do have a plus 16 overall upgrade, so finally an upgrade there for the defense. This would be a whole lot easier if I had a lot more players on my bench, and I could have a lot more upgrades, but that's part of the challenge, trying to upgrade with only the wheel. The offense went pretty well with the receiver, so it is possible to get what you need. You just have to get lucky for sure. Now on to our linebackers. Our left linebacker, let's spin the wheel here. Hopefully we got something pretty decent. We have a Josh Allen, a Micah Parsons on the table. We are going to get NFC South. We have the Bucks player and the Falcons. The Falcons one is a higher overall, so we're going to go with him. Now for our middle linebacker, let's spin the wheel here. Hopefully we got something good going on here. Juwan Bentley needs an upgrade. Let's see what we got. AFC North, it looks like. We are going to land on AFC North. We have Chargers, and we have Ray Lewis. Okay, so Ray Lewis is AFC North. That's going to be awesome. He is a Raven, and that's AFC North. So there we go, 186 overall. Middle linebacker, so that's looking pretty nice for sure. Let's now go on to our 3-4 spot. Let's spin the wheel. There are so many possibilities, as you guys see down here, in terms of players we could get to add to our team. We are going to get AFC North once again. We got Cowboys, more AFC. We got the Cowboys right there, we got the Giants, and yeah, no AFC North players are going to remain here on the bench, so Duke Riley is going to stay on the team for our 3-4, and now for our right linebacker, let's spin the wheel. Hopefully we get an upgrade. Micah Parsons, Josh Allen, the Bucks player are our 3 possibilities. We have NFC West. Do we have an NFC West player? We do not. So it's going to stay like that. Charles Harris is going to be our outside linebacker on the right side. So we're done with our D-line. We have our linebackers. Now for our secondary. Let's spin the wheel, and hopefully, as you guys see, with all these options, hopefully we can get something to upgrade our team. So many options here for corner and safety. We are going to have NFC West on this one. We have Bills, we have Weapon X, we have Derwin James. Ronnie Lott is NFC West with the 49ers, so Ronnie Lott, the safety, 142 overall epic. Let's move over to free safety, where we have Cameron Curl. Let's spin the wheel. Hopefully we get something good here. So many options, as you guys see. There are 4 iconic safeties, and if we can land in one of those spots, we are going to be golden. We do have NFC South. We were so close to landing on the AFC West, and that would have given us the Derwin James. But we do not have any iconic NFC South safeties. Andrew Adams, Von Bell, the other Andrew Adams, the Kirby Joseph, the other Kirby Joseph. So yeah, none of those are going to be upgrading our team here for NFC South. So our strong safety, or rather our free safety, is going to stay the way it is. Moving on to our corners. Once again, many options here. Way more options than the other ones. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel. We have Leon Sandcastle, Charles Tillman, L'Jarius Sneed, Marco Wilson, Cater Coe, Nick Needham. So many options. NFC West. So this one, do we have any NFC West players? And we do. Marco Wilson is an NFC West player, so we're going to use him there. Cornerback number 1 is the 124 overall rare Marco Wilson. Now cornerback number 2. Let's spin the wheel here. Trey Flowers. We have 3 iconic options. The Cater Kohu, the Nick Needham, and the Michael Carter. So let's see what we got here. AFC East. It looks like Cater Kohu is now coming to the team, the Dolphin. Shout out to Finns. He's going to upgrade over Trey Flowers. So we do have Marco Wilson and Cater Kohu, both rare players, as our cornerbacks. Now to our nickel and our dime. There are 7 iconics there on the bottom, so the odds of us getting an iconic could be very high if we land on that certain division. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel here. We have Leon Sandcastle, Micah Hyde, Derwin James, Charles Tillman, L'Jarius Sneed, and some other guys. We are going to land on AFC North, and that means we're not going to have any of the iconic players to use for our team, but we are going to have this 124 overall Von Bell from the Bengals, so we'll go ahead and add him right there. Now for our dime, let's spin the wheel. Again, so many iconics. Now if we do land on one of the safeties or something, we are allowed to switch them around to these other spots. We land on the AFC East, and that will give us the Micah Hyde 217 overall safety. Now as opposed to the offense, where we were strictly tight end, and the tight end had to be only Hayden Hurst, and Rob Gronkowski had to be in the flex because we landed in the flex and not for tight end. When it comes to defense, well, we do have a safety. The nickel and dime has both corners and safety, so we're allowed to switch around players however we want. For our secondary, since the nickel and dime uses both corners and safeties, so let's go over here. Let's go ahead and put Micah Hyde there at strong safety. We're going to put Ronnie Lott at free safety, and Cam Curl will be down to our dime. So there is our defense. Last but not least, it's time to go to our special teams. For our kicker, let's spin the wheel. We have Michael Badgley, we have Greg Joseph, and we have Young Hoku that could replace this Brandon McManus. We do get AFC South, and with that being said, we do not have any AFC South kickers. Onto our kick returner, let's spin the wheel. We got Keen Wongwu, we got Tristan Ebner, and we got Raheem Blackshear that could replace this Amari Rogers. What are we going to get? It's going to be NFC North. Now, Amari Rogers is NFC North, but we do have Keen Wongwu here from the NFC North, the Vikings. So that's going to be an awesome upgrade. We do have a kick returner on our team, which is great to see. Onto our punter. Let's spin the wheel. Let's see what we got here to replace Mitch Wisnowski, Ryan Wright. We got Joe Camarda, and we have Matt Hack. It's going to be NFC North. And once again, Ryan Wright, a Viking, is going to be our punter. So special teams, Vikings, NFC North. That's going to help us out a ton in terms of overall at least. Now for punt returner, let's spin the wheel. We have Montrell Washington, Avery Williams, Antonio Gibson, and Jalen Darden as possible candidates. It's going to be the AFC East. Do we have an AFC East? We do not have an AFC East. So that's going to be it for that. No punt returner does not matter too much, but it is going to be Rondell Moore. So that is it for our team. 138 offense, 131 defense, 122 special teams directly from the division wheel. Let's go over our team at quarterback. we have rare Andy Dalton from the New Year's promo. At running back number 1, we have Austin Eckler Showstoppers 224 overall. At fullback, we have the starter Reggie Gilliam. At tight end, we have Hayden Hurst, the uncommon version from the playoffs promo. At the flex, we have the Rob Gronkowski Marvel player. Unfortunately, he cannot be our tight end because our true tight end we landed on was from the AFC North, so we cannot use the Rob Gronkowski. Wide receiver number 1, we had AFC East, very, very lucky. Garrett Wilson is our wide receiver number 1. That was very, very lucky. And same thing afterwards, we got NFC South, and Mike Evans is our wide receiver number 2. On to our O-line, we got very, very unlucky besides the Andrew Wiley at left tackle. Now for our defense, on our D-line, we only got D-tackle and right end. So D-tackle Quinnen Williams, we got AFC East, very, very lucky. And for our D-end, we had this Texans rare player right here to go ahead and add to our team. So that also worked out in our favor. Let's now go to our linebackers. We had Ebiketie right here from the Falcons. So an uncommon player is still an upgrade over a starter player. And then a pretty cool one right here, the Marvel Ray Lewis card, 186 overall from S2. Still awesome card art and everything, I love it. We land on the AFC North luckily for middle linebacker and got this Ray Lewis. That is what you love to see. The rest of the linebackers are starter players. Now for our safety, now for our dime, we actually landed on the AFC East, which gives us Micah Hyde, but because, once again, the corners and the safeties both go into nickel and dime, we are allowed to switch around our safeties to different spots, and Micah Hyde is our starting strong safety. So there you go, 217 overall, and our free safety is the epic Ronnie Lott. So that's pretty cool right there. Now for our corners, we got Marco Wilson, the rare player. We got a rare Kader Kohu. For our nickel, we got a rare Von Bell, and then a starter player at the dime. When it comes to special teams, it's all about the Vikings. Kicker and punt returner are both starters, but our kick returner and our punter are both going to be Vikings players. Keen Wangwu and Ryan Wright are both on the special teams. So there we go, guys. That is going to be it for this one. Now look out, guys. Tomorrow we're going to have a gameplay with this division wheel team. This video is already going on a decent length, so I don't want to go too long with this particular video, but tomorrow we're going to have a gameplay with this team with our stars like Austin Eckler, Garrett Wilson, Rob Gronkowski, and all the guys here on our team. So look out for that video. We're going to play with this division wheel team, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. But yeah, that's it for this one. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.